Beautiful. I'm just gonna keep going. Haha. Welcome to Hamburg, everybody. It is already 3 o'clock. Don't know how that happened. Don't know where the day went. No, exactly. I know exactly where the day went. First up, I'm up since 4:30. Since 4:30, and it took me 4.5 hours to get here because it was so damn cold. And good lord. It took me 4.5 hours to get here, and after that I was just dead. Like, I was dead. I was dead tired, I was dead cold. And I just couldn't get myself to stream right after getting here because I needed food. I needed food. And now I escaped to the countryside a bit to find some food and find a tool, because I finally committed to gluing something to my helmet to have the helmet strap situation solved. And what I didn't account for was that I need a Torx bit, which I didn't have. So trying to do something on a Saturday in Germany is almost as impossible as doing anything on a Sunday in Germany, because things just close or close very early. So I raced to my trusty hardware store, and I say my trusty hardware store because, as you know, I'm actually from the city. Hometown represent Hamburg city. And so what had happened was that I was reminded, as always, that of my favorite saying, not only in a hardware store, but I think it's a life lesson, really. It's if you buy quality, you only cry once. And boy, did I cry. Not only did I get there 2 minutes to closing, because they close at 1 p.m. Imagine that. They close at 1 p.m. I get there at 58. They look at me and I was like, I know exactly what I need, sir. I know exactly what I need. And they're like, okay, fine. And then we go through the whole thing. He tells me what I have to pay for. And I said, because Jiminy Chrysler, I only got 3 things, and one was actually to fix this mirror, because this mirror was driving me nuts. I couldn't see correctly, like, anything behind me, and I had to like lean over to actually like overturn anybody. It was terrible, I tell you. So, and then I fixed the camera and everything, and the camera is amazing now. Everything is amazing now. Yeah, and it's tools. I know that I could have gotten these tools way cheaper on like Amazon or whatever. But I know that these will last a lifetime, and the ones from Amazon or whatever for a hardware store will probably break after 1 use. So yeah, but everything is fixed now. It's amazing. Everything is amazing. But it's also a little late because this morning when I was driving around town, the light, the sun, I haven't seen this in Berlin, because in Berlin everything was gray and everything was like drizzly and I got wet, and like this morning, absolutely amazing. Which brings me to this. If you're watching right now, and I see that one person is watching, thank you very, very much. However, today is a test stream. Again, I always say it's a test stream because the big stream in summer is the big stream, the real kahuna, the big cheese, the actual burrito, the stuffed crust pizza. I just wanted to see how connection is here in Hamburg, streaming a little bit, showing you a little bit of the town. But tomorrow, I actually will do a big proper stream in the morning when nothing is going on, because it's Sunday. And I don't know if you saw, I don't know when the stream actually kicked in, but all this in tomorrow's sunlight, because tomorrow will be even better. Tomorrow will be an absolutely balmy day, which is the whole reason why I'm here in Hamburg. It's not only to see my mum, who's sadly sick, so get well, mum. It is also because tomorrow's going to be 17, 18 degrees here, and you know how I was already freaking out about 22 degrees the other day in Berlin. It is basically the same over here. Don't worry about the numbers not adding up. It is more a feeling thing, really. So anyway, I'm going to do a big stream tomorrow. Show you everything and anything. And yes, everybody, every single biker so far, this entire day, I've been riding for, it is 3 o'clock now, I've been on the road since 5:50. So I've been riding this motorcycle for roughly 9 hours now, with a short break for lunch. This is an opera house, by the way, you will see more of this tomorrow. But I just wanted to do something today, because I also wanted to see what it's like to stream a little later in the day. Like right now it's 3 o'clock, I usually don't have time to do this this late. But I don't know if this works out. Maybe this is a new thing. Maybe this is the second day stream time. I don't know. I know that America is getting up now. So good morning from Hamburg. Good morning from Hamburg. It is a beautiful, beautiful day. I cannot be more excited. I mean, I can, but I'm not physically prepared. My body is not ready. To quote, or misquote, Reggie Fils-Aimé, former president of America, Nintendo of America, my body is not ready. I need to exercise this. I need to exercise this a little bit more to prepare my physical vessel for the joy that this weather brings me. Because when I left this morning, it was 8 degrees, 5 degrees. It was 5 degrees when I left, 8 degrees when I was halfway here, which is like 50 or something in America. And it was, with the wind chill, it was so freezing cold. So absolutely cold. And I had to take a break, I had to take a coffee break. It was tiresome, it was bleh. And I was wearing a sweater and everything, you know, like I was wearing layers. I was a crying onion riding motorcycle. And now, t-shirt weather, amazing, absolutely amazing. So tomorrow is going to be even better. There's the museum for Hamburg's history. Again, more of this tomorrow. But today, just a casual, just like driving about town, showing the thing in broad daylight and not in the morning golden hour. That will be tomorrow's stream over there at Main Church of Hamburg. Quick scoop, we're going past the red light district because if, I need to tell you this, because if you're one of those people that says, oh no, David, don't show this in art class because it's pornography, yeah, well, you might want to look away or have your kids look away. Yes, another one. Ha! This is the beginning of the red light district. Hello. Hello. And over there is the dome. I don't know if you see that sign, but it's like right over there. And it's gonna start in 2 weeks, I think. The week after Mother's Day, I think. And you can already see, like, they're building it. And this is like one of the biggest country fairs here in Hamburg. And actually the north of Germany. It happens 3 times a year. Goes on for roughly 4 weeks, give or take. And it's just a gas. It's amazing. I mean, I only go there to eat the food, which can be said about any place I go. Pretty much, I just go there for the food. And of course, I'm also in Hamburg just for the food. I mean, all I did today was spend money on food, which is not true. I also spent a lot of money on tools. I mean, respectively, because there was three things that I got. 3 tiny things. Yeah, we got Hamilton now. Das Hamilton. I have no idea why. And another one, come on, say something. Yes! This is the Reeperbahn, as it's called so because way back in the day, like 100 years ago or so, can I pass? Yes, please, thank you very much. 100 years ago or so, this wasn't the red light district. I mean, it was also red light district, but it was also used for something else, which was to tie rope. So they had like this whole street, as you see, it's fairly straight. So they had rope from one end to the other end, and that's how you like twist and turn it. And they did this on this street, which is why it's called the Reeperbahn, or badly translated, rope line, I guess. So yeah, and now it's the official red light district, and of course home of the biggest misconceptions, not biggest misconceptions, which was that this is the birthplace of the Beatles, which is kind of true, and kind of not, because of course the Beatles, Paul McCartney and the others, were a band before they were Beatles, but they called themselves the Beatles and performed their first act as the Beatles here. And actually over there, not over there, and I'll show you in a second. Well, I will point at it in a second, because it was at the Star Club. Now the Star Club was originally over there, and it burned down, I think in the 70s or early 80s. Now the second one is over there. So if you go to the Star Club now, you will not go to the same one that the Beatles played at, like at all. However, they decided to put the Beatles place right over here. You can actually see like the silhouettes right over there with the dude standing. And now we're leaving the red light district. How delightful. Always nice to get out. Okay, I will now show you the harbor. Famous bit. Yes! Hello, my! I was just at that Starbucks, and the line was so long that I said, nope. I will go there tomorrow morning, because I will do this whole stream again tomorrow morning. Doom ended last weekend? No! Oh, man! I missed it. Oh, yeah, it was March. I thought it was May. Or April. Yeah, okay, well... Okay, come back in summer, I guess. I don't know. I only go there for the fried dough, because it's just nice. And maybe those humongous pickles that they sell. I couldn't find them the last time. They only had like corn. Anyway, hi. I am just gonna keep on rolling and just driving around like a lunatic, like I usually do, screaming into my helmet, which now features this camera glued to it. I mean, not the camera, but the bit that I can stick to it. And it's absolutely amazing so far. I was a little bit concerned at first that the whole thing would just plop out and plop off, because you stick it in from the bottom, and then it could also fall out, just like straight down. But it holds surprisingly well, actually. And this is also why I didn't want to do a stream today, because of course everything is going on. I think Mai told me that Altonale is going on, which is like a whole festival thing here in Hamburg. I think next weekend is actually worse, because it's the harbor's birthday is next weekend. And after that is Mother's Day, for which I will be back, because, you know, if you can, if you have a mum and you can see your mum, go see your mum. But over there is something that I'll show you tomorrow morning, which of course will be absolutely cluster F, which is why I drive there today, because tomorrow the whole street over there will be closed, because over there, straight ahead, is the fish market. I'm on lunch break. Yes! Thank you very much, lunch break, and thank you very much for taking the time. Yeah, so tomorrow, come 4 o'clock in the morning until, I think, roughly 8, they never follow the rules, is the famous Hamburg fish market. And it's happening on the road that we are slowly, snail-like, making our way to. I have no idea why the traffic is so bad right now. There's nothing else happening. Yeah, so, but this morning when I arrived around, I think like 9:45 or something, I left Berlin at 5:50. I thought I would be here at 9, eating my chorizo croissant, and eating my natas, and drinking my galao, and then heading to the Starbucks that I didn't show you. But I need to show you because the inside is just so beautiful. It's one of the things that I always show when I'm in Hamburg, when I give private tours, or when I have friends over. I'm like, hey, we just go to Starbucks. And it's like, why? Say, oh, we just go in and we look up. And so you see what I mean. Because this amazing, like, reconstructed ceiling, all wood carved and everything. And it's just amazing. And I love it. So I Don't know where you want to go. Oh, you want to go that way. Okay. So yeah. So we would start tomorrow in the Portuguese Quarter, which oddly enough is like that way, like 5 minutes that way, because I'm gonna have breakfast there. And then from there, head into the Speicherstadt, which is the old warehouse district, the UNESCO World Heritage warehouse district. Beautiful, especially in the morning light, absolutely stunning. Then we're gonna head all the way along the Elbe River, along a gorgeous road called the Elbchaussee, along the river to the Botanical Garden, where I will, for once, not go in unless you wish so, and give you a tour of the Botanical Garden, because that's what I always do, and that's like a staple on the channel, is like me having, I think at this point, 5 videos of the Botanical Garden. But this time I can actually talk and I can show you things if it's open. I hope so. So yeah, and then from there we're gonna head into town, University District, around the Ulster Lake. Maybe see some sailboats, maybe see a mosque. Last time the mosque was under construction, so there was like, you just couldn't see anything, and the street was closed. Which on a motorcycle at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, I don't really care. I gotta whisper, I don't really care about that. So yeah, but do I really want to go down there? Actually, nah, we'll see. Yeah, so anyway, and from there we're just gonna do as long as my data lasts. And I tell you this, I was so excited. I'm not only telling this to Mai because she already knows the story, because I think I already said as much on Instagram. But if you know that I used to work for DHL. And to quote Al Pacino in The Godfather, just as I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. DHL apparently told the SIM card provider that they delivered, but they didn't. So now I don't have a SIM card for my router. This is the fish market. This is what used to happen. Now it happens all over here, where all the tents are, where everything is. This is the old auction hall. Absolutely beautiful. It's now an event space, but absolutely stunning. I mean, look at the thing. Would you look at the thing? It's so nice. I mean, absolutely stunning, fully restored. There's a ferry terminal on the other side. So if you can take the ferry, always take the ferry and just get out here. Absolutely amazing view from the other side. Maybe I even do the ferry tour, which I usually do, because I love ferries. I love them. Don't take this out of context and change one letter, but it is amazing, absolutely amazing. So this is, again, this is the street that is usually closed, I think, up until this point or whatever. This street is closed, so I couldn't even go there if I wanted to tomorrow because of the fish market. Oops, stream is gone. Stream is gone. Stream is gone. Stream is back. Hello. Please. Please. It's still running in the app. It's still running in the app. Okay, it is still running in the app. Let me just quickly check if we can do this. Oppa, and stream is gone. Okay, beep, blorp. Stream is gone. Why is the stream gone? Okay, dee. Okay, well, loving it. This took 5 minutes to get it back up. Why? Oh, can't wait for the hotspot. Can't wait. The SIM card should be coming next week. I never finished the story. So DHL told the SIM card provider that I have the new SIM card for the router through, that they delivered. So they didn't. They just straight up didn't. So I called them and I was like, oh yeah, sorry, because it's a holiday, blah blah blah. So Monday is a holiday in Germany. We can't get it to you in time. This was, of course, yesterday. So of course I knew that they wouldn't get it in time. But still, like, what the hell? So, yeah, the SIM card will not be here until like next week, and I'm like, ugh, okay, whatever. Anyway, so this is the Übersee terminal, or the overseas terminal, which is where you can actually like get like cruise ships from over to the Caribbean and up to Norway and stuff. And then there's like a office building which is like inspired by a cruise ship, which is why I'm going into the back road here, which is where it's like a lot of fish restaurants, and they're like, most of them are good, but they're just a little bit pricey, so I don't go there. So yeah, this building over there. And again, right now, I mean, in the morning it wasn't so bad because I had the sun on my back. Once I arrived in Hamburg, before this I had no sun. It was grey and drizzly and miserable. But right now, again, why did I forget my ND filters? I have no idea how this looks like, which is also, again, I don't know what this looks like, so I will see. I will see what this looks like when I can review the footage. All right, so. Hey, hello, I'm back. It only took like 5 minutes to close the app multiple times and then reconnect, and I cannot wait for my hotspot. Oh my god, I cannot wait. All right, so we're going to the museum harbor of Übergönne. So it is an absolutely beautiful part of town, because it's also the one place in Hamburg where you can go to a beach, and you wouldn't know. I mean, you wouldn't know when you take the ferry, like I frequently tell you to, but it's my favorite place. You can go to the beach there, have a drinkaroo or a piece of cake or whatever you want, and just gallivant along the beach. There are people take out their boats, like old schooners, but mostly what you will see is giant container ships, because Hamburg still is the second largest harbor in all of Europe. Right after Rotterdam, which of course, I don't know if I mentioned this on stream, but I think I do, on a frequent basis, say that Rotterdam is cheating. They're cheaters! Because they have a parking lot for ships out on the North Sea, and Hamburg can't have that because we're in the middle of the Elbe River, so the North Sea is just too far away. All right, so this is the beginning of the museum harbor of Übergönne. Beautiful houses behind storm-proof doors, because the tide can go up this high. It doesn't really. I haven't seen it. I have seen it, I think, once come to like the car level, but then like the tires get wet and that's it. And over there, through all those people, is the beach, but we can't go there. So yeah, here I'll show you this tomorrow morning when there's no people around. But you can see like the old boats there, an old lighthouse. There's an old icebreaker, the Stettin, which is now a restaurant. This is a park at your own risk parking lot because of the aforementioned flood. So tomorrow we go up there, because up there is the Elbchaussee, the street that runs along the Elbe River, which is right over there. And over there everything is industrial. So you see like those cool like spiders, they're called, these vehicles that like drive around the container ships, the containers from the container ships. I know, it's hot, it's getting hot, I know. Marine is yelling at me. But yeah, it is absolutely beautiful out. Tomorrow, even better weather. There's like all these like cool little staircases that are really steep, and they just go up to the Elbchaussee. And back in the day when I used to live here, I would run down here, and I would run up those stairs with my bicycle on my back. And those days are gone, but they can come back. I mean, I said as much on Instagram that I can totally imagine coming back because Berlin is, well, that's when I come back. Let's leave it at that. Be a diplomat about it. Leave it at that. So, but yeah, absolutely beautiful. I also cannot believe how green the city already is. And this is for both Berlin and Hamburg. How, like, there's still blossoms out. We see tons of blossoms tomorrow morning. I promise you so many blossoms. You're gonna get sick of it. No, just kidding, nobody gets sick of blossoms. But seriously, it's gonna be amazing. But also, yeah, how green it already is compared to how it was a couple of, or actually 2 weeks ago, or even a week ago, when I did the long tour through the countryside. Even that was comparatively rather bland. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do an illegal turn-a-roo after this car, because I actually want to show you the auction hall again. Killing it on stream, amazing. I want to show you the auction hall from the other side again, just because of the light and because I don't know exactly when the stream cut out. So, and tomorrow I cannot show it to you because of the fish market. But oh yeah, look at this, like these copper-plated buildings, beautiful reflections. And I mean, maybe the stream also cuts out again. So there's going to be the standing mystery of what does it actually look like? What is the Fischaktionshalle, which is called in German? The auction hall of the fish market. Yeah. So I said earlier that I'm here for my mom, who's sadly sick, but I don't care. I just want to see her. And apparently she watches the stream and she didn't tell me, and I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah. And then you know what she said? It's unbelievable. This woman, I love her to bits. She says, do you ever breathe, or do you just keep talking when you ride? It's amazing. I love her so much. Also, she's watching. My mother watches Twitch. Just let that sink in. My mother watches Twitch. Amazing, amazing, absolutely amazing. Also, so this morning I really needed these. I was actually looking for heated gloves. Good lord, it was so freezing. It reminded me of like my trip up to Denmark in November. It was absolutely miserable. And now I'm like, you know what, maybe I need a second outfit for the summer trip, because in the morning I could totally do like this outfit or whatever, but like when it gets warm, hoo-wee, okay, this is it's getting rather toasty. It is getting rather toasty. All right, again, amazing buildings here, left and right. Some rebuilt, some brand new, because of course, like a lot of things got destroyed during the war, this, that, and the other, and also new developments coming in and out. You saw that in the red light district. Actually, if you go back and see that bit of the stream, a lot of things that, I mean, even I grew up with are just not there anymore. They just did them again, or rebuilt, stuff like that. Here's another nice bridge, nice staircase over there. And yeah, there you go. This is much better light, because again, I don't have ND filters with me, so I didn't know if it was completely blurred out, as I already record. Sadly, again in 720, it looks like ran through a cheese grater when I look at the footage from Twitch. I really hope the router will take care of that. So yeah, this is, I mean, I'm not mad at you, BMW, for driving slow, because I wanted to show off this building anyway. So yeah, so this is the auction hall. If you're looking for a parking space, top tip, just use your indicator. Oh, now you do. Okay, there you go. Okay, so this is the auction hall of the fish market. Absolutely amazing, fully restored with these beautiful windows, and now it's a event space that you can either rent out, but mostly it's just a music space. Tomorrow I show you another one, which is the Fabrik, or the factory, which is out in Ottensen, a part of Altena. And oh, they're not looking. That's fine. And that is another like reclaim your history building, I think they're called. I could be completely wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But this is the auction hall of the fish market. It's now an event space. The factory used to actually be a factory, but it was for bombs. And now it's a youth center / event space. Yeah, and it's just like reclaiming the history to turn something that used to be bad into something good, which I highly endorse. And goodness gracious, is it beautiful out. Yeah. So. Also, there was nothing better this morning than reaping the rewards of preparing ahead of time for this trip, because I already started with a full tank, clean mirrors, everything, and it was just nice to just be able to get going. Yes, another hello from the biker. So, I mean, it's just so nice, right? So nice. Over there, the domed buildings, some of them are green because they are copper-plated, and it just turns this like green patina over time. That is the Landungsbrücken, which is the ferry terminal. Little unnerving thing is up top there. It is the Center for Tropical Diseases, and it's like a huge lab of the University of Hamburg. And that's where they had the COVID. They had the COVIDs up there when it started to figure out a vaccine for it. So yeah, like driving past here, you were as close to the source as possible without working there. Oh, and this is the old tunnel under the Elbe River. It's like wooden elevators that go up and down. You can also go there by foot, so you can, or even by bicycle. I used to do that. I take my bicycle on the other side. There's not much over there, but it's a fun experience. Over there is the Hotel Hafen Hamburg, the hotel of the Hamburg Harbor, which has a bar that you can go to even without having a room up in the tower. And this gives you a really, really nice view of the harbor, especially at night, because most of the stuff is lit up during the energy crisis, which, I mean, it's still going on, but not really anymore, I guess. A lot of the lights were off, but now they're slowly coming back, and it just looks nice. And this is the ferry terminal from which you can take a beautiful ferry all the way along the Elbe River. Maybe we do this tomorrow. Maybe even on Monday, because Monday is a holiday and I might still stay in Hamburg, but I need to see what's going on, because it took me 4.5 hours to get here, and it was supposed to be 2 hours and 50, because weather and because. And if I see that the weather is absolutely balmy tomorrow, I might do the tour in the morning. The stream in the morning, or even the stream back, but only do country roads. I said to my friend that after riding for 4.5 hours on the relatively straight, if you look at a map, it is a relative straight from Berlin to Hamburg. And it's just like, it is so mind-numbing. It is even worse than a regular highway if it's just a straight line. And I said, I will worship country roads and any bend in it, because, but of course, if it takes me 4.5 hours on the highway to get to the other town. It might take me like 6 hours or even longer on country roads, which I don't mind, but I might also run out of data. I don't know. I got an extra 2 gigs on top of this plan, which might be enough. I don't know. And then of course next week that will be a thing of the past, because I will have the hotspot, and I think I have 50 gigs a month, and according to Twitch I need like a gig an hour or something if I do 1080. And this is another thing, so on the GoPro I can only stream in 720 and in 1080, but if I would do it from a phone, I could actually go up in bitrate and it would look even better. So I don't know, I'm looking into that. I still have 55 days until the big trip. Okay, so quick tour. Over this is the train station for the ferry terminal. Over there is the Portuguese Quarter, which is where we start tomorrow's tour. This is the Rigmas, which is an old sailboat. Absolutely beautiful, one of the main sites here in Hamburg. Over there, that pointy building over there, that's the Opera House. Took forever to build, and then they had to fix the whole sound space and everything. And yeah, so that's the beginning of the historic warehouse district. We're just gonna go do a loop-de-loop, and then we end up in the Portuguese Quarter again, because I am still getting that chorizo croissant, I tell you what. I'm getting one again tomorrow. I don't care. I don't do anything in Berlin, and when I do something, I just eat. And this is stuff that I love to treat myself with. The once or twice every couple of months that I'm here. Okay, so oh, still Maya's still watching and or listening, or somebody else. I don't know. Maybe we did an old switcheroo. So, but we're also online for 40 minutes in total. Hopefully not breaking up because of this huge steel or iron bridge track thing blocking the signal. All right, well, welcome also to I don't know what traffic, because it's not a regular work day, and I'm just slowly getting roasted in my own juices. So happy that I fixed this mirror. So happy that I fixed this mirror. I can now see things. Ugh. And without the straps I can actually close the visor, which of course this morning was a necessity. I know what I'm gonna get. Oh, hello. There's you can see Mralini's front tire there. There's only so many things that I need now, and of course, it's like I said, there's basically every stream I tell you about gas, gear acquisition syndrome, and I said, oh, I just need this, and then of course on this trip I did get 2 things that I need. One were of course the parts. One of course was like a key for this, and then Torx screw that I need to get the panels off the side to access the battery, which happened to be the same size that I need for this GoPro mount to fix it in place. And the other thing was a chain cleaner. It was like a brush and a spray to clean the chain, because as you can see, I'm almost 2,000 kilometers in. What? I remember when this was 1,400. This is last week. 1,400. I already did 400 something kilometers. Probably just commuting and back. Plus this trip here. Wow, I might actually clock in 1,000 kilometers by the time I go back to Berlin. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, what a beautiful sight, right? Like this old tower here. Of course, you can see the Portuguese restaurant. This whole thing is a Portuguese Quarter, after all. As I'm pointing at a Greek restaurant. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. Right now, very beautiful is the shade. I gotta tell you, the shade, quite nice, because it is very toasty, and I'm still wearing my backpack, which I might not do tomorrow, to actually open up the vents and get some air. Didn't really think about this this morning. This morning I actually wanted to have my thermals back. Oof, it was rough. All right, I have no idea which way we're going because, of course, no, I'm not running my GPS because why would I? I know my way around, but of course I didn't account for the traffic, which is not really good streaming material, I would say, which is of course why I'm also so happy about tomorrow's stream. Donut Man, okay. Donut Man, do not. Man, I mean, do if you want to, but do something else first, because the traditional pastry of Hamburg is, of course, the Franzbrötchen, which is essentially a flattened croissant with cinnamon and butter and sugar in between the layers. Very delicious. There are also other varieties, such as the raisin or chocolate/Nutella variety, and recently also a more savory variety, which is the feta and spinach. Which I was like, but it's a sweet pastry. Why would you do this? And ultimately, I only did because when in Rome, right? So, all right. I think we're gonna ride past the district or through. I think we'll go through, and then I'm gonna head back because the traffic is so bad. It is just a pain. Yeah, there's not really good. There's not good streaming traffic. How rude. But again, tomorrow morning nothing will happen. Like nothing. There will be none of this. We will have the streets for ourselves because nothing is open except for maybe the Starbucks. Sorry that I make you work, Starbucks, but I have to get that one drink. I was told it's pretty amazing, and I will do that right after getting Portuguese coffee, the galao, and the chorizo croissant, pastéis de nata, or natas, and egg custard. We're gonna ride past because the light is so nice. An egg custard in a little cup. So absolutely nice, especially when it's warm. A little toasted on the top. Okay, up front is actually three. You can see the three steeples of the 5 main churches of Hamburg. The all-black one is St. Nikolai, a neo-Gothic church that was napalm bombed in the Second World War and is now a monument to the war. Over here, this is the beginning. These are the new buildings, and these are the old buildings of the historic warehouse district. If you, there you go. If you look to the left, you can observe the beautiful wood-framed buildings that you might have seen on my Instagram story advertising. The trip over here, let's see if I can do soup. There you go. And of course, in the morning you have them lit up from the other side. I just like this entire part of town. It is absolutely beautiful. Maybe not so much this, but this looking at this, always nice. I mean, look at this. This is nice. I don't know how this looks like right now to you, but again, maybe tomorrow I just up the resolution to 1080 and you can see a little bit more. I don't know. We will figure it out together. Just like anything on the stream, we're learning together. So ultimately, I do not only want to show you places that you cannot go to, I would also want to enable you to do this where you are. So right now I'm doing this on a relatively low budget, dare I say, setup. Technically I don't need my GoPro for this. I could also just use my phone if I would not also use my phone for GPS every once in a while. Okay, so this is one of the other ones, St. Caroline is this one. Look at these buildings, amazing. I mean, I grew up with this, but never see this too amazing. Never see this too amazing. Absolutely beautiful. All right, we're getting out of traffic in a second. Heading to the Portuguese district, and then I will send you off. That's been half an hour. Hello! Oh, I don't know what that emoji is. It's too tiny on my screen. It looks like a Pokemon. So, yeah, and then of course all these buildings are all warehouse district buildings. Some of them still are used as warehouses for spices, carpets. There's a lot of traffic, trade with the Middle East, and some of them are office buildings. So basically, like a very simplistic rule is that you have to preserve the building's structure, but the inside is relatively do as you please. And yeah, so a lot of people have their offices in there. Over there is the German Customs Museum, and also one of my favorite exhibits, which is the Dialogue im Dunkeln, the dialogue in the dark. It's a exhibit where you walk in, and I mean, back when I did it, it was 5 or 6 rooms. Well, 6 rooms. And each room was a different theme. So one was like city, one was forest. And then the 6th room, or the last room rather, is the restaurant in which blind waiters will serve you. And everything's in the dark. So you experience the world. If you're an able-bodied person, you experience the world as a blind person would, approximately. And it's an absolutely beautiful exhibit. I highly suggest you to go. They are now not only in Hamburg, I think there's one in London as well. Over here, one of my favorite buildings in Hamburg is the Chile House. Over there, you can actually see it on the building. It is from the other side. You can see it looks like a cruise liner, but there's like there's a lot of construction as per usual in German cities. There's a lot of construction going on. So, but I will show you tomorrow from the other side. You can look up and it looks like a cruise liner. So because Hamburg used to be, or is still, a huge trade city, all these houses are named after basically like the areas where they would operate. So here's a Chile house, there's like the Africa house is like all the way over there, and like all those are like this bit of town basically. I'm gonna go over a bridge. I'm gonna go over a bridge in a second, driving past the main train station. Oh, okay, maybe not. I don't know anymore. Traffic is kind of weird. All right, so this way, but also not, because I don't want to go to the top. No, I need to actually go this way. Okay. So that. Good Lord. Construction mess. Construction mess with signage. They did build this building that I'm pointing at right now. Remarkably fast though, in my opinion. So we're gonna go past there. No idea why everything's messed up here. Over there is the main train station. I just don't want to go through the tunnel because then you don't see. Hey, you will see, but I don't want to risk it. The bridge I want to show you. Yes, this is bamboo. In case you were wondering, there is a lot. There's a lot of plants in this hemisphere that you never really would expect. And I say this. I say like when I'm in the botanical garden, like I'm in North Germany. Why do I see like lemon trees or bamboo or all those things? And that's of course like one of the things about climate change, you know, like things just grow better here, they can grow here, that's not a native habitat. Yeah, so this is the main train station. Usually when I show it to people, I show the inside because this looks just an amazing, huge space inside. Okay, and then a quick look because I don't know if I can. It was under construction the last time. The last time I was here, but there is like this shopping mile. It's called the Mönckebergstraße. This one. The last time I was here, it was under construction. So you couldn't even drive through there, and I think now it's just for buses and for cabs. But it's basically like all the fancy shops are down there. Stuck in traffic again. Oh well. Over here is the main train station. Over there, that domed building is the Kunsthalle, or the main art museum here in Hamburg. I think I'm just going to do the loop-to-loop, show you and stop basically where I started. Because it gives you a nice view over the town, again, doing the same, little or very different tomorrow, just because the light in the morning is insane. If it's anything like this morning, where like as soon as I entered Hamburg, there was not a single cloud in the sky. It was absolutely brilliant. So nice. But yeah, it's gonna be good. And also maybe I can actually like drink and eat before because I've just been riding all day and had one big meal in the middle of the day. Not enough water, I tell you that. Drink your water. Are you drinking your water? I need to drink the water. Drink your water. Whew! That's almost an hour. Wow. That's almost an hour done again. Absolutely amazing. It would be more amazing if I wouldn't have spent it in traffic, but well, here we are. At least we did something. At least I was able to show you something. Today was the day that you can join me here. Thank you very much. I will do the second stream tomorrow, probably at the usual time. The usual time for me is around 10 a.m. That's a nice bike. And nod. Yeah, so 10 a.m. maybe, depending on how long I will spend at the Portuguese cafe. But yeah, I will end the stream once we cross the bridge. Oh, can't wait to get out of this traffic. The area that I showed you tomorrow doesn't even have traffic right now because it's like not an area where a lot of cars are driving around. Very residential. Look at this Lamborghini. Look at this Lamborghini. You know, I'm really intrigued by the design of super sports, but I have no idea how to park this thing. Or where? Like, where do you park it? unless you have a garage. And especially with this matte finish, I would be so scared of anybody even touching it. Like any scratch, ruined. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Alright. Oh, look, we're a tiny posse. There's a motorcycle behind me, a motorcycle in front of me. The tiniest posse. I did not have a gold wing. Back in the day when I had my first bike, I had something more akin to that. I actually had a Honda Shadow, which sounded very much like the one in front of me. It didn't shake as much though. Jesus Christ. That's a shaky motorcycle. And there's a lot of police. Why? I'm suspicious. Because in Berlin there was a lot of police the other day when I did that long stream. And then the whole week last week was climate activist week, I guess. And people glued themselves to the street. So traffic was just complete still stand. Like, I needed an hour plus to get home. And usually my commute, even if I take the train, is 40 minutes. On the bike, when there is nothing going on the road, I can be at home in as little as 10 minutes. So yeah, it was absolutely horrid. Traffic is easing up over there a little bit, so I hope that after this, the madness is done. There's an old pharmacy that was turned into a restaurant. This again is the Kunsthalle, the art exhibit. Over there, you can't see it. The main train station over there. Maybe I should have come through the tunnel. I don't know. Ah, it's because of the construction over on the bridge. Ah, well. Ah, well. So yeah. We're just gonna keep on chugging along. Trucking. All I want to do is go over that bridge with you. And maybe do get that Starbucks coffee. I don't know. If there's no line, I highly doubt it. Otherwise I'll just get it tomorrow. Up. There's a bikey. Zoom. Oh boy. Oh boy. It was incredibly nice though. Like this morning when I left, it was very misty, but it rained all night. And when you exit Berlin to the west, you have to pass through the forest that I drove through last week. And the forest that is along the highway, leaving the city, is all pine trees. So when you go there, and there was nobody on the road, which was absolutely blissful. 6 o'clock in the morning, not a person on the road, no car, no exhaust, no nothing. None of what I currently experience, basically. And it was just beautiful because the pine trees, like the smell with the humidity and everything was perfect. Absolutely perfect. But of course I was also doing like 60 kilometers, so like 40 miles an hour. So I wasn't even going fast. And it was nice. But I think going 60 or 40 on the highway, it would have taken me 6 hours to get to Hamburg. But I don't mind. Again, it's the journey is the destination. And oh yeah, so there are 3 wings to this museum. One is the new museum, obviously. One is the old masters, ta-da, and one the more contemporary hub is over there. Or I guess contemporary, classic, and mid-century. Yeah, not even mid-century. What am I talking about? Like 1800s. That's it over there. So yeah. But yeah. Absolutely fine, but I also now know learned two more things. One, I can't really go that fast on this motorcycle because you can see the gas needle drop. Like you can watch it drop, which is absolutely insane. If I do more than 100 kilometers an hour or over 60, 65. But if I don't, it doesn't use any gas at all. Absolutely amazing. Like this whole trip today, riding for 9 hours, took me 1 tank of gas, which is 15 liters? Whatever, it cost me 20 euros, which is cheaper than the train, technically faster than the train, only because the train system in Germany might be punctual when it's punctual, but when it's not, well, it's more often than not, it's not. Okay, so this is the view. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? Absolutely amazing. Probably way too bright, because again, no ND filter. But tomorrow, that's gonna be a whole different story. Tomorrow morning, this splendor will be absolutely amazing. Alright, I'm just gonna go around there, maybe give you a different view. And then stop it. But thank you very much for joining me for another hour. Another exciting hour on the bike. It's always exciting for me. I don't know if it was exciting for you. I hope it was. Tomorrow, I don't know how many hours. Yes, I already say plural. I anticipate more than 1 hour of swimming tomorrow. I really want to. I love it. It's so nice. It's not only like being, like this whole thing, this whole experience, being on the bike, being connected to all of this. It also feels like being connected to whoever is watching or listening or, you know, and it's just nice. And I let him pass because I really don't want to breathe in any more of his exhausts. Oh. All right, over there, behind this bridge is actually the, well, University District, I say. The University of Hamburg is, well, has buildings all over the city. But that's where the main university building is. And it's also something on the list tomorrow. All right. Almost, come on. Come on. Doggy. All right, and here we go. Another view of glorious Hamburg. And again, you can see 4 of the 5 main buildings, main churches, because the one over the second off the right, from the right, is actually the town hall. Again, you see that tomorrow on the stream. I didn't even show you the main church, so stay tuned for that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. There's still a line out the door. There is not. Okay, I'm gonna get a coffee. You can't stop. And bam. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired, y'all. All right. Look at this beautiful view and this gorgeous weather. Oh yeah, so this is the Ulster Lake. The Binnenalster is the smaller of the two. They're actually connected, but this one is separated out. And you can take like these old steamboats that every once in a while they have like a steam whistle, and it's amazingly loud. It is amazingly loud. Like you can hear it and it echoes all over this area. Hope you can see this on the stream. All right, well, thank you so much for joining me. I see you all again tomorrow. Yes, because I do this again tomorrow. How beautiful, how amazing. All right, bye-bye.